Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a little while. It's been dead since my last video about taking Hank to get a bath. And training was supposed to start that following weekend. Um, I found a place closer uh into town, so it's not going to be with Prescott Valley Dog Squad like I originally stated. Um, Being that gas has gone up since Biden took office. So thank you Democrats for making it difficult on the middle class. Anyways, get back on subject. So, I have started training. That was, my first day was on Monday. This coming Monday is going to be another training. I will, post updates as I go along. The first couple weeks, there's probably not going to be anything, because I'm just, getting into the groove. But there's that. There was something else. Crumb. Oh, so the 17th or 18th, I'm getting the days mixed up. Was stPaddy'sDay Day. For any of you that celebrated, hurrah. I've got a video on my Facebook page, so go check that out at A Day in the Life. It's a little short. The only reason I didn't make a video for YouTube is it was only 3 minutes. It's just like kind of a little collaboration of different songs that were played, pipes and drums, at a local business here in town, Founding Fathers Collective. If you are not familiar, if you're new to this channel and you have not watched my videos, I will have a video for Founding Fathers at the end of this video, so go check that out if you haven't already. That talks about the business. That is where they had the pipes and drums this year, because we didn't have our the council shut down our pub crawl for stPaddy'sDay Day again. However, with that being said, the state governor's office, the state, has lifted their order requiring masks. So people do not have to wear masks. It's up to your discretion. If you want to, that's not fine, but most of us know. Anyways, I would hope many are going to try and get back to normal and stop wearing these masks. That also means that businesses, from my understanding, businesses can't require you to wear a mask. There are some businesses that are still pushing it, and pushing the narrative. That being the case, I myself am not going to patron those businesses. And I would strongly suggest and urge many of you out there, if you are new in town, if you just moved here, if you're visiting, or if you've lived here, and you're following my channel, heed these words. The businesses that are still pushing this mask nonsense and requiring masks and all these restrictions that originally were in place that are no longer in place per the governor, I would strongly suggest that you just stay away from those businesses. A lot of people will say, well, you can call and complain to corporate and give them, our peace of mind or whatever. That's not really going to make that big of an impact. They don't care. They're going to do what they want, as we all know. And that's fine. But if you're really wanting to make an impact and you want to make a change in this regard, the biggest way to make an impact is to affect their revenue, which is to say, stop going to these businesses, stop giving them your money. If they see that, well, people aren't putting up with this and they're not, and we're losing business, they're going to make changes because they want to make money, obviously. So with that being said, I'm going to give a little list of the businesses. A couple of them I'm going to elaborate on what actually occurred. So here we go. The one of them is Goodwill. I went in today just to check it out. Well, actually, I was looking for something, and I did put a mask on because I wanted to see if they had what I was looking for. I didn't stay long. But with that, they are still requiring masks. It's not just that, though. They are still, they're keep wanting to say locker room, not locker room, changing rooms. Their changing rooms are still off limits, and they've got signs saying per the governor's orders. So effectively, they're lying to people. The governor has lifted those orders, and also with the orders being lifted, and I meant to mention this earlier, with the governor lifting the orders for masks being required in businesses and employees, and customers, if they can choose to require masks, but they can't, from what I've been told, I mean, technically they can't make you wear a mask, but if they're going to really push that, they can't blame the state. They can't put the responsibility on the state or the governor, and that's exactly what they're doing. So, along with that, it's not just that. Honestly, I've limited my going to Goodwill because their prices have gone up ridiculously. Some of their clothing articles are nearly the price that you would pay at Walmart. The shoes are almost 20, but not that I'd ever buy shoes from there, but my point is it's not worth it. I mean, I might as well go to Walmart and spend my money there. Goodwill's not supposed to be that expensive. So that's another reason that that I'm going to stop going to, effectively today, going to Goodwill. And I would urge others to start looking, if in your area, if you've got a Savers or some other kind of store that's similar, go there instead. If they're not pushing this mask stuff. If you don't care, if you're perfectly content with wearing a mask and following along with this narrative, and the nonsense that we've dealt with for the past year, that's your choice. But for those that are on the same page with me, the way you're going to make the biggest impact is to just stop going to these businesses. They'll see the change and they'll realize that people aren't putting up with it. Another business is Sprouts is still requiring masks. I haven't shopped there since they started. I stay away. They're expensive anyways, and they're not really a health food. They're a generic health food store. They're not anything particularly special. The other one, and this is another health food store, is Trader Joe's. I was shopping there, but there's some things that have recently occurred. Someone I know, someone that my mother knows as well, so I'm not the only one, that has connections with this person, but, in one way or another. Anyways, acquaintance, if you will. They aren't just pushing this mask nonsense. They are telling people that with most businesses, let me start over. With most businesses, you can wear a face shield, clear plastic face shield, and that's acceptable. Trader Joe's, and this is across the nation. This isn't just Prescott, Arizona. This is all states, all cities. If there's a Trader Joe's, let me rephrase that. Anywhere that there is a Trader Joe's, their policy is you are not allowed to wear a plastic shield. You have to wear two face masks. It's completely absurd and nonsense. I mean, the face shields are stupid too, but for those that maybe the cloth or medical, if you will, face mask is too restricting, and for some people it is. My mom, for an example, has she's got bad lungs. She can't have anything blocking her mouth or nose, and so she does not wear a mask unless there's absolutely no option, like a doctor's office. You can't budge, obviously. So she'll wear one, but she'll kind of hold it away from her face so that she's not completely blocking off her airway. But So for anyone that prefers to wear a face shield, they don't allow it. Um, which is just them making up their own rules. It's ridiculous. You have to wear two face masks, and if you do wear a face shield, they don't turn you away. But if you wear a face shield and you're with your spouse, or say your parent or your child, if you will, if you're both wearing a face shield, the both of you, the two of you, or if you're with more than one person and you're all wearing a face shield, only one person can go in the store at a time. This is complete nonsense. Your family. This is complete and utter stupidity. Um, and a number of people here in Prescott have refused to go to Trader Joe's because of this. They have called corporate. They've complained. They've called the. They've called the. They've talked to the mayor. It's been. I don't know what they're doing about it. If they're doing anything about it. Some people have said that they're not doing that, but there's plenty of people that have said that they are, more so. They still have people going there, probably people that don't care and are okay with wearing masks, but for any of those that feel like they have to, even though they don't want to, anyone that disagrees with this but feels like they have to, I would suggest staying away from Trader Joe's as well. People have, again, I've said this earlier, but people have talked about, well, we need to call corporate and give them a piece of our mind. They don't care. You can complain to them and tell them till you're blue in the face. They're just gonna say, well, then go somewhere else. Don't shop there. And the thing is they're right. That's exactly what we need to do. Stop shopping there. Take your money somewhere else. Go to Safeway, go to Fry's, go to Walmart. They see that they're going to lose money. They're going to make some kind of change. Another one is Costco. A lot of people have memberships. I have a membership, although it's coming to a close here in a couple months, I think. Or maybe a little more than that. But I only go there for a couple things. I rarely go there, and I really am not gonna go there unless I absolutely need to get something that other stores don't have. But at least I was in that mind frame with Costco. The last time I went there, and this happened in another state, they actually called the cops on someone and had them arrested because they weren't wearing a face mask. This was a couple months ago, however, and that was in another state. Here in Prescott, for anyone here in Prescott, the Costco, they have called the cops and had them scout, like, basically go throughout the store and look for anyone not wearing a mask. This is complete, utter nonsense. This is stupid and wrong. It's a violation. This is an example of communism. Getting the cops involved over something as little as wearing a mask is completely stupid and wrong. And that being the case, and that occurring, I have stopped going to Costco. I won't go to Costco again. That's way over the line. They shouldn't be calling the cops over. And I'm in other areas. There's other businesses that have done this, and for those businesses that have done this and embarrassed people like this over a material mask that doesn't do any good, realistically. All material has little microscopic holes in it through the manufacturing of it, whether they're knitted or even those ones that you buy at stores or that they have at hospitals that are that light blue. I've seen how those are made. Those are terrible. Those don't do jack. So really, any businesses that are pushing this, even in Arizona, I would urge you to stay away from. Shop somewhere else. The other one is the Safeway on Willow Creek Road. They are pushing it too. I didn't have anything happen there necessarily. The manager was just very arrogant and didn't. It, they're pushing the same thing. So I just, if you're looking to shop somewhere that doesn't require a mask, the businesses
Your
that
discretion. So I'm just putting it out there. If we want to really see a change and not have these businesses, not have us being lied to by these businesses, because that's what they're doing, the best thing to do is to stop supporting them. Just, I mean, and I'm not talking about in the means of this cancel culture that we're seeing. I'm just saying, if you want to see, I'm not saying permanently, but I'm saying if you want to see an effective change much sooner than what they're willing to do, you've got to make a drastic change yourself. And that change is to shop elsewhere. Stop giving them your money. If they see that they're, in fact, Fry's did that. Fry's people, they were, Walmart in some areas started to, and they started losing business, so they dropped the mandate. It was up to their discretion. They can ask, but they can't force you to, and they can't turn you away if you choose not to. And Fry's was the same way. Fry's, the grocery store, they were doing the same thing. You didn't have a choice. You had to wear a mask. If you weren't wearing a mask, you couldn't shop there. They started losing a lot of business. People just stopped shopping there. They went elsewhere. They went to Safeway, Walmart. And when Fry's saw that drastic change in the amount of money they were making, they changed it. From about, it was sometime around when the lockdown happened, when there was a curfew and all that. From that point up until now, they have not required masks. They don't force it. They can't. They don't deny you. They've actually stopped asking for people to wear a mask. It's up to individuals' discretion. So those two examples are really the only examples I have, but that should be enough to say, you know what? If we want to see this change, we need to actually show them. Stop talking and actually do the work. Show them. Go elsewhere. Stop shopping at Sprouts. Stop shopping at Trader Joe's. Stop shopping at Goodwill. Stop shopping at any business that is pushing this mask nonsense and this fear narrative with this virus. That's really all I have to say. So hopefully people heed my words, and I mean, obviously we're individuals, we can make our own choices, it's your choice, but I'm just putting it out there for anyone that is willing to and wants to actually see change. So that's all. Again, like I said, check out my page, A Day in the Life, for that video. It's 3 minutes. It's a little over 3 minutes. That's why it's not on YouTube. Just too short of a video for YouTube, for me to put on YouTube. But it's of the bagpipes and drums for stPaddy'sDay Day at Founding Fathers Collective here in Prescott, Arizona. Check that out. There will be updates, so stay tuned for that. I will have a video here soon for one of the days of training. Not necessarily the class itself, but I will touch on it, and I will talk about what is involved, and what my steps are forward for my goals for therapy work, so, and the training. So stay tuned, stay with me, don't go anywhere. Thank you so much for the support and what subscribers and views I have received. I so appreciate it. I never thought I mean, I'm not that far along, but it's more views and more subscribers than I thought I'd get. So I'm happy with what I'm seeing. And we'll see you later. Talk to you later.